my dear Cancer, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of March with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there is a 4 elements reading up, my personal and spiritual growth for the full members to this channel. And what past life karma is dictating my current life experience is up for all the members, where we reveal what past life dynamic that is affecting your current life. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for February to get a context, and this is the prediction for March. And I will start reading your cards. I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. And when I open your deck here, I see 9 of Swords together with 3 of Swords. So it seems like you are in a bad place when it comes to feeling loved, feeling respected, feeling taken care of. It's almost like someone has abandoned you, or weren't able to understand you, or weren't able to give you the love that you needed. Okay. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Temperance card with the Chariot in the reverse and the 3 of Swords. It seems like there's a situation where there's a difference of opinion. People might have different ways of seeing how to move forward with this relationship. And so maybe both or just one person took a very stubborn position and decided that my way or the highway. And then either we broke our own heart with that kind of behavior, or someone broke our heart with that kind of behavior. Sometimes to dignify ourselves, we might put an ultimatum in, and if the other person kind of shows wrongly, this might be the consequence. Okay, so I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And we have the Star card together with the 3 of Swords in the reverse, showing that this is a person that means a lot to you. They are very significant to you. You felt like you had a destiny together, but they weren't able to honor that, or you weren't able to get along in a way so that you could honor that connection. So 6 elements, and here we have the Alchemist, the Alchemic Wedding or Temperance card in the reversed, together with the 3 of Swords. So it's your differences, or difference of opinion, or difference of what kind of future you would want, or how you want to move forward, or what you can accept in a relationship, what you cannot accept. It's different between you, and therefore you'll come to a point where you weren't able to agree moving forward together and in union. So there's a separation, or there's almost like oil and water is what I'm feeling, like being separated because of these differences. Okay. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer viewers. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I will just tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind and your relationship in March. I hope you like the new Pisces display as well. It's to honor that it's Pisces birthday month from around the 20th of February to the 20th of March circa. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have a 6 of coins. So 6 of coins it's about being the bigger person. It's about justice. It's about equal give and take, things like this. So I think this is important for you. It shouldn't just be one person dictating the terms of the relationship, or it shouldn't just be one person doing all the take-in and another person doing all the giving. So these things seems to be central. The 6 is also connected to the Lovers card. So this is how we usually get along, by compromising. Okay, this is the old bottom of the deck, and here we can see that the scales are in reversed. Here, this is what we want, and this is what we had. So we needed to say no to what we had because it was unfair, and therefore we might not longer have what we had for this reason. Okay, and it's hard sometimes to say no to something we want because it's it's not worthy to stay in a situation where we're not being honored, for example. This is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. And this is your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings. And this is your behaviors and attitudes. The outcome for March. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. I don't know how I ended up in November suddenly. Maybe it's the weather. It's really foggy outside. Okay, so this is the situation between you two. Ace of Cups. So there's a beautiful love that wants to be expressed here. It's almost like it didn't have a chance to begin, or we want to give it a chance to begin. I'll try to understand this. And this is what's on your mind, and it's the Page of Cups in the reversed. I think you wanted to have some kind of special treatment from this person, that they should elevate you or put you on a pedestal a little bit, or like in an elevated place. Let's say that you are a mistress to a person. You wanted to be like the first lady or the first male for this person. You didn't want to be playing the second violin, for example. Or it can be, let's say that this is not a love relationship or any kind of relationship, and you wanted to be listened to or heard, or you wanted that the other person should understand your point of view or give you it's like what I'm feeling is I'm always getting this in the sensation of feeling. So sometimes they are hard to put into words. But what I'm seeing is like a little child. We have a child there that made a drawing to their parents, and their parents is not able to appreciate it. So the child comes home. They have been praised by like the daycare for this drawing, and the parent can't look away from their phone to say, oh, what a beautiful thing you have done. So this person feels like not acknowledged. They don't feel seen. They don't feel heard. They don't feel loved. So it's something that you wanted from the other person, to acknowledge you, to put attention to you, or put you in an elevated position, like on a stage almost, giving you a certain role or giving you a certain position. So this can of course be a career reading as well, that people passed you by for a career option. And this is what's on their mind with you. And we have the Ace of Coins. So this is 2 aces. So it almost seems as if you had some kind of new beginning, or it can even be a situation where you wanted to go on a new road, down a new road, and you weren't acknowledged by the people around you. Maybe you wanted to start a new school or a new endeavor, or have a new take on things. Maybe you saw things in a different light and wanted to apply this on your life, and people around you weren't 100% on board with this. We can see the hand is going in different directions. So it's almost like this person is giving, something to you, something to whatever is here. I'm trying to figure this out. I want to take an oracle card because the aces are sweet, but I'm feeling as if there's a wobbly situation or precarious situation, or something that this person feels as if they are not realizing how valuable this was for you, or how important this role was for you. Sisters of Seasons. So I think they felt as if they would give this attention to you or this role to you eventually, but who knew when this would have been. Sacred Union, you wanted it now, and they felt like, yeah, someday, one day, we are on the first step, but we might need to take great many steps until we get to this place. So let's say you have been someone's mistress or lover for 10 years, and they felt, oh, this is just step one. 10 more years and we might be together. I might have, get rid of my spouse, and then you have taken their place. So it's like some kind of, they don't realize, I think you're in different places in the relationship. For example, let's say that we are back to this parent and the drawing, and then this person came and wanted like a beautiful situation with their parent. And the parent was going to give them this beautiful situation, but they wanted to wait. Dinner was cooking, they were finishing up some job, and after the dinner they would pay you all the attention. But by that it was too late, okay? Then it was already, no, I don't want to show you my drawing. So it's something like that, in that kind of dynamic. Okay, and this is the bond between you two. So it's this heartbreak. It's almost like a silent heartbreak. It was something that was expected, that wasn't given, and it like things broke like glass, like this is what I'm feeling. So it can be in any range, like different situations for you, but I definitely feel like you here, you wanted to present something new, like the next step, or something that you had realized, or maybe you wanted to show more of your own identity to people, and in some way they say, we can accept that like in 10 years, but right now we need to digest what you have presented, so we can't say yes, we can't say no, and you're very disappointed that you're not getting the attention or the approval or the okay stamp in your butt, or the including stamp, or this career shift, or the new position in the relationship. So here we have your feelings, and it's the 8 of Wands, so you wanted it now, like now, not later, but now. And here is the other half, and they say later. They don't have time, not right now. They don't have the energy right now. It's winter, they need to rest. Spring hasn't come just yet. It's not they don't feel it. They are not in tune with it right now. So you seem to be like going on different timelines. That one is a little bit quicker than the other person. And they just feel like, yeah, it's a possibility. It would be nice, but not right now. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes. So you're not happy with this. And you become like this little child that, they had expectations, maybe they have longed for, maybe they thought like, now for once my parent is going to see, because this drawing, it got all the attention from all my classmates, from the teacher, like even some parent that crossed past it when it hanged in the hallway said, oh, what amazing drawing. And now I'm taking it home to my parents, and they are like, nice, but can I look at it after dinner? So it's like the world is crumbling, and this person feels very victimized, and in a situation where they, this martyr victim, little bit manipulating energy, because, if you didn't watch now, you can never see it. Like, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to invite you to look at my drawings again. So it's that kind of energy I'm feeling here. So it's not super mature. It's understandable. The reaction is totally understandable. But could probably have been done with more finesse if we loved each other, like ourselves more, I would want to say, and probably love the other person more as well. Like we knew they weren't a crook. We knew that eventually they were going to, have time to look at our drawing, but they weren't able to right now. And we needed to trust them when they said that it was the truth, not just taking it onto our heart and, they don't love me, they don't appreciate me enough. So So it seems as if we could have been a little bit more tolerant and maybe filled in the gaps where other people couldn't be 100% there for us. We should have been there for ourselves and say, okay, so maybe you could have planned something else. If we go back to this simple idea with the drawing, because all this with infidelity and third parties and career swifts and positions, it's very difficult for me to read because I'm seeing so many. So this with the drawing is very simple and you can apply it on your situation. So when we weren't able to get our parents' attention, we could have taken down like a frame from some old picture. We could have put our drawing inside of it, and we could have put it on the wall where this old painting was that no one liked anymore. And we could have, and then everyone that would have passed it by, maybe the parent would have said, "Oh, what did you do?" And then we can explain, like, everyone on school loved this drawing and you haven't even been able to give me attention for it. Frankly, I'm disappointed with you, this child could have said to their parent. But if that doesn't happen, like the parent is like a little bit more mature, they would have said, oh, they would have realized, like, when my child is putting it in a frame, it must mean they are really proud of this drawing, and they would have said, oh, what a beautiful, wonderful thing you have done. So instead of doing that, we are now basically closed into our room, refusing to talk to the parent, lover, boss, whatever it was that didn't give us the acknowledgement, and we are hating them, and we are like also crying and being sad about this. Okay. And this is the other person's behaviors and actions. So we can see they are preoccupied with something else. They are not putting attention into it. They might have like problems elsewhere. Let's say that just this day when you had made this amazing drawing, like the world was falling apart around them. Things were going really wrong, and they just tried to, save it while they could. And when after the things would have fallen apart, this person would have come to a certain place where they would have accepted like how things fell and what they still have and what they don't have. Let's say that we are in this lovers kind of third party situation, and they have real problems with their marriage. They might have said that I'm in love with someone else, and now their like spouse is saying, I'm going to take the children, you're never going to see them again, I'm going to shunt you out from the family, and you're going to be disowned, and you're not going to have any inheritance, and yada yada yada, whatever is the problem. And this person was dealing with that. They weren't able to deal with you at this point in time. This was what's freaked them out, and since you didn't get attention, you reacted like this, and they are like still very occupied with something else. 3 3 3 12, 1 plus 2 3, and this 3 3, and all are in the reversed. So something is going on where they are, I feel like they are trying to fix something, and you wanted this attention like now and not at some other point in time. And here we have the 3 of Cups. So it seems as if they would have acknowledged your drawing in great time, and they might still do. It's just that it won't feel as pure from your point of view because it's too late. They should have come, sooner. And but it's still a possibility that there will come something fruitful out of this, with the seasons, with time. I think that you can get the appreciation that you wanted. It's just that there was a situation of timing. Probably it's some divine test where you were supposed to be disappointed like this, and the divine wanted to see how you would deal with that kind of situation. So I'm going to see what this person, what's on their mind about you. A little bit more than the Ace of Coins there. For me, money is important. So they're dealing with something that probably has to do with money or value, or something that has to do with tangible things like building security, building health, stability, things for the future. Inside me, I scream your name. So they are very preoccupied with this, but they feel like, in the same time, they do this, but their mind are here with you. Okay. So this is what's on their hands, and this is what's on their mind. And I was scared of being used. I was a fool. And I was trying to be bulletproof. So this is something between you two that I'm not seeing in this reading. It's probably something that has happened previously, that they're kind of saying that they're sorry for. They're trying to explain themselves that they behaved like this because they 100% didn't believe you. And they were a fool for acting this way. And they were trying to be, not get hurt or not be shot at, or they were trying to put themselves in a protective situation. So maybe they thought that you weren't 100% serious, or that your interest would fade away when they finally showed interest. Something was going on. You probably can recognize this more than what I can do. So it's a personal message for you. And I'm going to see your side of things here. I was never good enough for you. I still don't know if I ever loved you. Yeah, when someone is not giving themselves fully to you, it almost becomes like a hunger, like you need them, you want them, and you feel like they didn't 100% respect you, and you always craved their attention, but you don't know, did you crave their attention because you loved them, or just because they didn't give this attention to you? So you're also a little bit unsure if there's real love between you two, or if it's just this almost like a lack, that you're lacking something, and when this person is keeping it away from you, it makes you more obsessive and you want it even more. So see if we can find Desert Prince, Survival, False Promises. So I'll take their intentions. Heartbroken, your intentions. The snake. Okay, so it seems as if you are kind of taking revenge on them and becoming the Desert Prince. So you are from now on going to show a pretty false facade compared to how you're really feeling, because you get so hurt by them not giving you this attention. So that's what I'm seeing. We can see it's both the snake and the devil, so that doesn't show like your intention, and your behavior doesn't seem like 100% like pure and honest. And we can see that they are heartbroken but preoccupied. So it seems as if the divine wants to say that there's other ways to deal with this situation than the current, that you could actually, you feel probably very hurt, but you haven't understand the other person's story fully. You don't know, like you haven't walked 100 miles in their shoes, so you don't know what's going on, and therefore it seems as if you have judged them unfairly, and that you're actually treating them pretty unfairly at this point in time as well, and you're trying to act cold, and you're trying to persuade yourself that you never loved them anyway, so to age with them. But I feel like it's a false facade, because you're trying to be strong and courageous on your own. But I'm seeing that there's possibilities for some kind of reunion or forgiveness or coming together, if you can get over yourself a little bit. So it's not my opinion. I'm just reading the cards. I don't know anything about your situation in your individual lives. So don't shoot the messenger, okay? So I want to thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and take really good care until next time. You can also watch the What Do They Want to Happen if you feel like this situation was incomplete. And there's a playlist for your astrological sign on the first channel page. You will also see it here on the end screen. So you can go there and watch all your latest readings. So stay awake, stay healthy, and take really good care until next time. Bye for now.